Alright guys, I have been doing a lot of co-op recently in Dead Space 3 and I've been getting asked by a lot of the partners that I've been paired with what weapons I'm using and where I got them. So I thought I would do this video and show you guys, just in case you're struggling getting these weapons together. First of all, I need to show you something. I need to show you how I obtained all these weapons. If you look here, right, it says difficulty levels completed. If you complete the game on casual, you get the +3 CLP circuit set. If you complete it on normal, you get the reload circuit set. If you put it on hard, you get the speed circuit set, the +3 speed circuit set, and impossible, you get the +3 damage circuit set. Obviously, I've completed it on well, I completed it on hard and impossible, which automatically gave me casual and normal. If you then complete the optional missions, you get the overclocked frame set, the Mark II overclocked frame set, and the hostile environment suit. And it just applies all throughout all these collectibles, like the optional missions. Let me see. These are optional missions, aren't they? Right, here we are. Artifacts. So, optional mission. Yeah, so if you look at total artifacts collected, by completing this and gaining all of the artifacts, 40 out of 40 artifacts, I then obtained the Mark II overclocked tip set and the flight suit. But by collecting the 6 Earth government artifacts, I got an EarthGov circuit set. Unitology artifacts, Unitology circuit set. So you can see the SCAF is a SCAF circuit set. Alien artifacts, Alien circuit set. Total logs collected. So Mark II overclocked module set. So for collecting all the logs, that's what you get. The text logs, you get a research circuit set. Audio logs, you get the comms circuit set. Weapons parts, and you get the crafters circuit set. Blueprints, there's like 12 blueprints to pick up, and you get the builders circuit set for that. And then you collect all the circuits and you get the Mark II overclocked attachment set. So once you've done all this, like I've done, and like I would say, you don't really have to complete the game in impossible or hard. If you just do it in normal to start with, and obviously do all the side missions, or do it in casual if you want, do all the side missions, do all the artifacts, all the unitology, the text logs, audio logs, weapon parts, blueprints, circuits, everything. Get everything and you're going to have a good collection of upgrade parts to apply to your weapons for when you do decide to go impossible mode. Now that I've done that, I just want to show you the weapons that I've got. Now I've explained where I've got the parts from, I can show you the parts that I've got on these weapons. The first thing I want to point out is that part there is not something you unlock in the game. That's one of the resource packs. It cost me about £2.39 and I purchased a resource pack, and in with the resource pack you got so much in terms of resources, but you also got a couple of weapon mods thrown in. And I think the one that I picked was like you get a 100% chance of getting one Mark V weapon mod. Doesn't tell you what it's going to be, you just get a random weapon mod at Mark V, and you also get a 50% chance to get a second one. I didn't get a second one, I just got one. The Marauder Repeater, I bought the DLC, the Tundra Recon Pack, the Marauder suit. I think it's called the Marauder suit. There's like 3 suits that you can buy, and when you buy the suits you get a certain weapon with them. Well, I got one of the weapons and dismantled it and used the Marauder Repeater tip on this weapon that I've designed. So I'm just going to show you what I've got. We have got the heavy SCAF frame set, the survey charge, and a military engine. The tips that power the military engine is the Marauder Repeater. The Marauder Repeater, by the way, if you haven't got the DLC, the Marauder Repeater is much the same as a standard repeater. It looks the same, it's just a slightly different colour. It doesn't kick out as much damage, but it does reload a lot quicker. But you can adjust for that with your chips. So obviously, because I'm using this Marauder Repeater, I've got high damage and low reload. So in my chipset, I believe I have put like loads of reload chips in there. Well, obviously, if I was going to put a repeater on, I wouldn't need those reload chips, because you can see the reload bar is nearly full. So I would then swap the reload chips for damage chips, and would probably, if looking at that, obtain an even better weapon. But I don't know. Anyway, that's the one I'm using. So that is what I'm using. Mark II directed suspension field. The survey charge is like a grenade launcher. If you've got a directed suspension field mod on the end of it, it turns it into a rocket launcher. And then we've got the... Oh, let me explain what this does, the damage support. If I shoot a rocket at point blank range at the ground to clear a load of enemies that are around me, the safety guard just enables me to do that without taking any damage. The Mark II damage support, you obviously it increases your damage. You can get Mark I and Mark II. It doesn't show you on the stats how much damage it's increasing it by, so I couldn't tell you how better the Mark II is over the Mark I, but that's what I'm using, Mark II damage support. As for the circuits, I have got +3/+3s across the board. If you... I don't know if I can actually get a description on these, but it says these are like the classified special forces chips that you obtain when you've, you know, unlocked all the game and stuff like that. So yeah, as you can see, they're all reload. You know, that one's a reload damage, that one's a reload rate of fire. So if I was going to use the other tip that's giving me a quicker reload capacity anyway, I would want to change these for damage. Like that one, I would change that for damage. Anyway. Yep, so you can see what chips I've got on. Let me just show you this weapon and explain what I've done to it. That's my primary weapon. That is my assault rifle. That is what I use most of the time. This is what I use in close quarters combat situations where you've basically got a shitload of enemies swarming you and you need to clear some space. This is the best thing for it. It's a telemetry spike shotgun, which in my opinion is far superior to having a military engine shotgun. I would definitely go for telemetry spike shotgun. And you turn it into a shotgun, by the way, just by putting the Mark II or Mark I conic dispersal on the end of it. And it does a lot of damage, but it's got an immense amount of force behind it, so it not only kills enemies but propels them 20 yards away from you, so it clears space as well. It's good for clearing space if you're getting swarmed, and that's where this comes in, the plasma core. I'm using a Mark II overclocked heavy frame. The plasma core is tipped with the diffraction torus, which again is a Mark II, and that diffracts the force down to the ground. I will show you that in action in just a second, and exactly why it's useful in this game. Mark II stasis coating, because this is a gun that I would use in situations where I'm getting swarmed by enemies. I want to give myself the biggest advantage possible, and I have gone for stasis coating and damage support. Damage support because obviously I want to either kill them or at least maim them, take a couple of limbs off and make them easier to kill, or if not kill them at all, I want to make sure they're coated with stasis for a couple of seconds, just so that it gives me that little bit of time to, you know, do whatever it is I need to do to get myself into safety. So yeah, once again, the conic dispersal turns the telemetry spike into a shotgun. The diffraction torus turns the plasma core into like a ground emitting force gun, like a 360 degree area of attack force gun, which is really awesome in certain situations in this game. And yeah, the damage support, like I said, it just makes sure I'm going to kick out a lot of damage. The chips are much the same, except I'm not interested in reloading on this one because the reload's quite good anyway. So I've gone for rate of fire, clip size and damage. So they're all rate of fire, clip size and damage, and they're all +3/+3s. So the reason I can't send anyone blueprints is because of these chips and because of these mods. You know, if you've not unlocked these mods in your game, it's not going to let you receive a blueprint from someone who has. So that's why I can't send anybody blueprints, so I apologise for those people that have asked. This is why I can't send them. But you can pretty much make one of these guns just by putting a Mark 1 diffraction torus and a Mark 1 conic dispersal and Mark 1 stasis coating and whatever chips you've got available and whatever attachments you've got available. It will still do the same job. It might not be as effective as mine, but it will do the job. So those are the weapons I use. I'm going to show you why I use them and why I've selected the chips that I've selected. First of all, we're going to look at the assault rifle. I just want to show you how quick it fires. In fact, I'm going to summon some of these enemies. So we are in the arena, or the monster arena, where you can test out your weapons and stuff like that. As you can see, the rocket launcher, I've got 2 rounds in it at any one time, and it fires them in rapid succession and reloads really quickly. So a total of 55 rounds in my assault rifle. Right. The next weapon that I use is this one. This is the telemetry spike shotgun and ground force gun. And the shotgun, I'll show you the shotgun in action. This is awesome. From that range, he's going to go flying. If I can hit him. Because he's stasis coating as well, it just annihilates enemies and puts them in stasis. If they're in any shape or form alive and able to attack you still, they're going to be in stasis for a couple of seconds, which just gives you the little bit of extra time to retarget and finish them off. Not as quick at reloading as the assault rifle, but let's say I get surrounded by a load of these guys. Come on, I want you all to jump me. Come on guys, get in here. Right, this is an impossible mode. If I wasn't in the arena, I would be seriously taking a lot of damage at this point. Just watch what this gun does. They're all on their asses. Some of them were put in stasis. After 2 shots, they're dead. Yeah? So in a situation where you're surrounded by enemies, that's the business. Anyway, I hope this video has been helpful for you guys wondering what are the best weapons for this game. These are my recommended weapons. I'm not saying they're the best, but in terms of usefulness for a variety of situations, I would definitely go for these type of weaponry. So yeah, once again, I hope it's helped guys, and thank you for watching and take care.